So Duncan, I'm going to start this interview by just telling you that I'm going to try to get you to say something positive. Okay. So here we go.
You rarely get that when we've played well. So, you know.
All right. So first off, what did you think of the pen?
Their pen or our pen?
Well, let's start with their pen. Let's start with their pen.
I thought Godoy shouldn't have gone in like that. I thought he was running. The guy was running towards the corner flag. There was no need to put a foot in like that.
It's true, but at the very least,
it was a penalty.
But he was showing that he was playing aggressive defense, right?
I thought Godoy had a good game until he did that. To be honest,
I already won.
Until he did that.
Oh. Qualifier on the positive there. Okay, well, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay, so Godoy did. I thought that Godoy had an okay game before that, and I thought, what about Sean Davis?
There were a few Davis ran around a lot. I don't think he did a great deal, but he ran around a lot, and he was there when he needed to be. But it's the same thing when you have that. I think I said this last week, when you have those two midfielders playing back, then it means that you can't really press until the team comes onto you. So you're kind of screwed at that point.
It's true. There's a lot of back foot play that happens whenever you play with two sixes.
I did think, having said Godoy had a good game, he did what was needed of him, but he didn't he's never going to be a one to pick out an amazing pass, is he? Like, he's not really that kind of player. And there were times when I did think, oh God, you just look, there's a ball there, there's a ball there, and he just didn't do it. He took the easy pass.
Yeah. Or he took six touches before he.
Well,
before he saw
talking of six touches, I started to count passes in the second half.
Yes.
6. That was what I got up to. 6 passes by either team, actually. I got Red Bull had a 6 passing move, and we had a 6 passing move. The rest of it was like 2 or 3 passes.
2 or 3 passes that all came apart.
Yeah, the quality was really poor.
Was that a problem with the passing, or was that a function of the defense?
A lot of problems with the passing, I thought.
Well, I thought so. Red Bulls, I thought, were just playing so impatiently. They were they wanted to win that game, and so they were.
Think? Yeah. I thought they thought we're in the playoffs. Bollocks to it. To be honest, I didn't. I think that lots of their passing was terrible as well.
Well, I thought it was terrible, but I just thought that it was very impatient.
There was they knew that they could get up to 3/4 of the way into our half without much problem, right? Nobody's going to challenge them. They're fine. So they'd camp out a little bit in the first half, especially camp out on the edge of our box, and they were just doing that kind of thing. But will you let them do that because you got 2 central holding midfielders? Yeah. So you let that happen to a degree.
You just play shield midfielders, and then you just chase them around the outside.
But I think that when you do stupid stuff like take off our best striker, and to be honest, when Surridge did get the ball, he had a few nice little touches. I thought
it's true.
When you take off your best striker, and you're basically saying, right, we're all right with the draw, right? That's fine. Then, if you do go 1-0 down, then you've got no way of coming back from that. You're absolutely screwed at that point.
That's what it felt like. We went 1-0 down, and we had no answer.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I thought that was just that's what Gary does. And I don't think it. I think we're getting to the point now where it isn't good enough to say, we're in the top 14 teams in America. I don't think that's good enough. Like, that isn't great. That shouldn't be an achievement. Like, 14.
14. Okay. Right.
Mid-table mediocrity. Hooray. Is that what
hey, we made the playoffs.
Yeah, we made the playoffs. But you shouldn't you? Unless you're Phil Neville. Like,
Zing.
You should be able to make the playoffs. Like, I don't know. Anyway, it was just tedious.
So, what are you expecting out of Orlando?
Oh, I think we'll lose.
What do you think whenever we come here?
Penalties, probably. I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, we had one brief moment of light last weekend, right? Was it last weekend? Yeah. And then, but before that, we'd been. That was very much the. We're very much regressing to the norm now, I feel.
That's a good observation, which was that we had sort of had a high, we had some lows, and then in some ways this was really a tie. This was a loss that was
it was
really
1-0 to them, so it's probably a loss, right?
It is a loss. It is a loss. It does go down as a loss, and that's what actually got them.
The philosopher coming out. Like, there's actually a win.
It's a win.
Yeah, what is a win? What is the nature of a win?
It's a win that feels like a tie that actually was a loss. So I understand what you're doing there. Yeah. So was that something positive that got you to say? Okay. So what do you think? Is there any team that you think can run through the playoffs and run the table?
run through the. I mean, Cincinnati look great, don't they?
Cincinnati.
That's probably yeah.
The answer. That's the answer.
I think that probably LAFC are going to get it together, aren't they? The usual,
The usual.
They usually
the usual.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, the usual. Okay.
It wouldn't surprise. Yeah.
So that what you think is the final?
I mean, yeah. I don't see. I don't. It's just such a. It's such a volatile. MLS is so volatile. Like when you get to, because you have this playoff situation.
Yeah.
Like the teams who can kind of like turn up on the night are the ones that go through. That doesn't really tell you who the best team is. But it's just so like, you never know, do you? It's a bit of a lottery. But yeah, those two teams you're probably going to put your money on, aren't you?
That seems right to me.
I reckon.
All right. And Duncan.
Cheers. Oh, by the way, I was completely sober for this game.
Hey,
and
congratulations.
That's tough to watch.
That was
when you're
tough to
sober.
watch. Now,
I'll tell you what.
What are you doing hanging around here?
I know,
You need to get to the
absolutely-
bar.
Absolutely incredible. Anyway.